it's a journey. You start a journey from where you are with what you have. You don't wait to start because you want to accumulate much, because you want to have much. No, you start with what you have and with where you are. God asked Moses what he had in his hands. David only had stones to conquer the enemy, and God used those stones. God used his talent that he had developed over the years, when he was shepherding his father's flock. Moses had a staff in his hand. God used that same staff to pave a way for the Israelites to cross the Red Sea and to cross the River Jordan for them to get to their promised land. God will use that which you have in your hands. Don't despise it. Don't despise the day of small beginnings. Don't despise that which you have. Let God use it. Let God use it as a launching pad to the greatness. Because God wants you to be a steward. God wants you to be faithful. You become faithful with what you have, with where you are. Then God can launch you into greatness. Then God can trust you with more. When you read even in the word of the Lord in the New Testament, should be a king that left his servants with talents. When he came back, the one that had, is it 5? Had made 5 more. And the one that had, is it 3 or 4? Had doubled that. But the one that had 1, because he thought what he had was small, he thought he couldn't use what he had. He thought that what he had, God cannot use. And he hid it because he wanted more. He wanted to start with more. But guess what? The ones that had more were rewarded even with what he had. They were rewarded with more. So don't take what you have and put it under the bed and think that God cannot use it. God can use that which you have. Do not despise it. Do not think it's small. Do not think it's less. But be faithful with the position where God has put you at. Be faithful with what you have. Be faithful with what God has given you, and God will bless you with more. Don't stop with what you have and say, I can't start because I have no light, or because where I stay is not, nicer than the houses where other people stay, or don't stop where you're at because you're thinking the money that I have is less. Start with what you have and trust it to God. Walk by faith, and God will bless the little that you have, because it's not about beginning when you have more. It's about taking the baby step. It's about walking by faith. It's about trusting God with what you have, and God will take that, use it, and catapult it to bring more for you, to bring you into the place of breakthrough. When the Israelites were delivered from Egypt, they had nothing. They were asked to borrow. They were asked to ask from their neighbors for silver and gold. And they took that. And God multiplied it along the way. Their flocks increased. They also increased, even though some perished along the way. But the Israelites came out fewer than how they then became later on. So God wants to use that which you have. Start where you are. Don't wait to start. Begin now. Don't be afraid. Be bold. Step out boldly. Someone is just waiting for your message. Someone is waiting to learn from you, and someone is waiting to buy your items. Waiting will only delay your progress. So start. Start. Comment. Tell me what you want to start, what you've been afraid to start, and let's help each other out. Life is a journey.